Good afternoon. So, today is the 23rd of March. Arsenal is bottling the league. Chelsea is firing coaches. Barcelona is making Madrid's life hard. And we also get to look at the big leagues in Europe and how they're actually performing, who's winning the leagues, what's left out to play for basically in these leagues, the top 5 leagues, or the top 7, whatever you want to call it. Good afternoon. Welcome to Unserious Football. So we start off the day. We start off with Chelsea. Now Chelsea is one of those teams I feel sorry for. They've spent a lot of money. They have done a lot of long-term contracts. They sign all these new coaches and still fail to perform. Good thing I'm not supporting that team, but it's not that bad when you think about it. But Chelsea they have their problems because here Rosano was fired yesterday, by the way. We posted that on our Telegram, and 23 games, 11 wins, 2 draws, 10 losses. You see, 23 games, 11 wins, 2 draws, 10 losses. This guy has more wins than draws, right? More wins than losses, rather. But you see, 2 wins and 6 losses are all in the last 10 games. So he has like 4 draws and 6 losses, right? No, sorry, two. He has like 2 draws, 6 losses. That's bad. That's bad. And mind you, in the last 5 games, 0 goals, and the last 5 games are like the last 5 Premier League games, all defeats, all of them. Like, look at that. It was horrible. It was horrible for Rosenoa, and he had lost confidence in his own team. His own team reportedly had lost confidence in him. I say he lost confidence because he said it when the press conference was, his last press conference, basically. It wasn't looking good. It wasn't looking good. And good thing Chelsea had to put in a break clause. That means if we fire you before your time, we are not supposed to pay you all your money. So, yeah, legally, they've learned to protect themselves because coaches have always been collecting a bag from them, a lot of money from them. Yeah, Mourinho. Now, the other news, Barcelona actually won 1-0 yesterday, Celta Vigo. In our predictions, we predicted it to win one of our straight wins. So that was a tick. But there was another receipt where we had an over 2.5, and yeah, that one didn't work out. But regardless, we move on. We won the other one, and we manage our risk around here. So things are working out very well for us. Anyway, against Celta Vigo, 1-0, 9 points, stretch them away from Madrid. Madrid is struggling. Guys, Madrid is struggling. And, when we're looking at the La Liga, you will see Madrid is they've literally brought this onto themselves. But it's okay. It's okay. It's very okay. Though, Barcelona now is projected to win the league. They have to be serious bottlers for them to lose this one. And it's just not going to happen. It could happen, but nah, I don't think it's going to happen. So, for those of you that are Barcelona fans, yesterday was good news. Yesterday was good news. When you think about it, yesterday was very, very good news. Yamal, though, got injured, and yeah, that's bad, man. Like, I got sad when Ekitike got injured for France. I wanted him to be at the World Cup. When I see Yamal injured, I don't like that thing. I just don't like it. I want all these talents to appear at the World Cup. So for a Barcelona fan and a Spanish fan, I don't think that's good news for you guys. But yeah, I think we shall. Life will get better. He's young. I hope his muscles are not that old, and they can actually heal faster. And I want to even see him in the El Clasico. If I can't see him in the El Clasico, at least I have to see him in the World Cup. It's weird. It will be weird. He's one of those talents we are all looking forward to, right? And then also, Manchester City actually relegate Burnley and also take Arsenal off of the top position. Now, the thing about Arsenal is, this is embarrassing, guys. This is like really, I'm tired of saying these things, right? I'm really tired of saying these things because even the Arsenal guys are tired of us talking about them. But I can't fail to mention that Man City led the league on the first day. They dumped Wolves. I think it was 4-0, and then they came back. The next 2 games they lost, I think, to Spurs and I think to Brighton, something like that. They lost the next 2 games, so they've not been on top of the league since the end of the first week. From the second week, they've not been on the top of the league, or the second match day. Since then, they've just been trailing, and Arsenal has been on top. And yeah, we are here. We are here. We are here, right? And it's absurd, but that is the stupid truth. Good thing, all of them in their next 5 fixtures, they have, relatively simpler teams. They don't have anyone in the traditional top 6, so it's a chance It's a chance for it's in the hands of both of them to, be better than the other, or take the league, or both of the league, whatever it is that they do. Actually, if Man City win this, I think this will be the best they have won, because I was reading somewhere and someone was stressing the fact that this is a transition season. Like Man City is trying to transition. Man City is trying to transition from the old guard, the De Bruyne's of this world, the Ruben Diaz's of this world, the Yao Cancelos of this world. They are all being phased out, and you have all these new talents, and somehow they still managed to win before they even create a good chemistry around them, because this wasn't the best season they've had. They are still a worse team than Arsenal. Arsenal is a better team than Man City. Bar for bar, like, they have a better squad. Arsenal has a better squad, but for some reason, Arsenal just wants us to banter its fans till I don't know, forever. I think Arsenal gets money from this thing. I'm starting to create conspiracy theories in my head or something, right? And then in other news, we look at the leagues, the top 5 leagues where they are. We start off with the Premier League, of course. We start off with the Premier League. Let's keep it in the Premier League. Man City is fast. Yeah, Man City is fast. And some people are like, Arsenal is better. It has a bigger, I don't know, like it begins with A. It's not about, this is the league. It's not about who has a better name or who starts with letter A, whatever. It's about performance. And as you know the rules, performance is whoever has more points is above. Apparently, they all have 37 points, something like that. And when I look here, they have the same goal differences, like 37, right? But you see, the thing about the rules in England is that if you have the same goal difference, then we go for who has scored more goals. You get, Man City has scored 66 goals, Arsenal has scored 63 goals. So just off of that, Man City is a better team than Arsenal. That's why it's on top. If you have the same goals scored, then we go to what they call head-to-head. You get, and of course with that, Man City is beating Arsenal. You get, it's beating Arsenal because they drew, and then also Arsenal lost. So the 2 matches they faced, one was a draw, the other one was a loss for Arsenal. So I don't think Arsenal wants to go into that battle because they're already losing at that stage. So Arsenal should better do something like, go ahead and just score more goals, way more goals. Just stamp the teams you have and score a lot of goals. It's that simple. So that even if these guys win all their matches, you have more goals. That's the best advice I give Arsenal right now. The Champions League positions, I feel like United, Villa, and Liverpool will qualify, all the 3. And we shall just see them maybe exchanging positions within the third, maybe the third becoming the fourth, and maybe the fifth becoming the third, and things like that. But then I don't see any of them failing to actually go to Champions League. The relegation battle is almost done. Wolves is gone. Burnley is gone. Spurs is still in the battle with, I think, West Ham. If I'm to check here, I think with West Ham and Nottingham Forest. Yeah, I think Leeds is safe. So Spurs has to figure it out between West Ham and Forest. Who of them is actually leaving? Who of them is going? Yeah, we are yet to see what happens there. And the league is like that. You get? Then we go to the Spanish La Liga. Now the Spanish La Liga, like I said, Barcelona is 9 points ahead. We have 6 matches to go with an El Clasico in there. It would be a very good El Clasico if Madrid just wasn't a poor team by drawing unnecessarily. You get? What do I mean by that? Like when I look at the table here, you have 6 matches to go, 32 games. Real Madrid and Barcelona. Barcelona has 27 wins. Madrid has 23 wins. Barcelona has 1 draw. Madrid has 4 draws, right? Barcelona has lost 4 times. Madrid has lost 5 times. Yo, if only they didn't. Because why do I say that? I feel like when you're a big team like Real Madrid, every time you draw, you've just failed to use your dominance. Rarely do they dominate these teams in their league. So you've just failed to use your dominance. Imagine they had won all these games. They would have like an extra 8 points. These guys are at 82, the Barcelona guys. These guys are at 73, the Madrid guys. We would have like 82 points, then 81 points, and then the El Clasico would be like high stakes, right? But now, even if Barcelona lose the El Clasico, Madrid has a very long way to catch up to them, and it's quite boring. That's the truth. The Champions League is decided already. I see here, Atletico Madrid has 57 points, and the guy behind him, which is Real Betis, has 49. I don't even want to discuss about that necessarily. Then the relegation battle is still in play, because you see, in Spain, it's funny. These guys have the best relegation battle. From the 10th to the last person, everyone has a fight to go on with. Why? When you're playing a league that has 38 games, like 20 teams in the league, That means you're playing a league of 38 games. Usually, mathematically, it's considered that 40 points is the magical number, right? Like, it's the magical number. Like, if you get that, it's very rare for you to get relegated with 40 points. Now, in Spain, I think the 10th person, who's 10th in Spain? The 10th is Osasuna. It has 39 points. 39, and we are at 32 games. You know what that means? That means that from the 10th person all the way down, all these guys have questions to answer. They have serious questions to answer when it comes to relegation and all that. Serious questions. But that's the Spanish La Liga. Like I said, the Champions League spots are done. You have Atletico Madrid, Villarreal, Real Madrid, Barcelona. Those are the four you should expect next season. If they change, I will come and maybe apologize, but I don't think so. I really don't think so. The French League, on the other hand, now, here's the thing about the French League. Here's the funny thing about the French League. It's actually funny. They play 34 games. Most of the teams are at 30 games, so that's 4 games to go. But the top two have 29 games. That's PSG and Lens, right? PSG has 66 points. Lens has 62 points. You can say there's a competition. I don't see Lens actually going ahead to win the league. I just don't think PSG is the type to go to their league. But they've put quite a competition, and it's nice. I would say it's nice, but I'm not concentrating on that, because the thing about this league is that from the third person, right? From the third person to the 7th, right? Only 4 points separate these two, and they all have 4 games to go. That's just 12 points, but only 7 goals separate these from 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. You get? You have the third, that is Lille has 54 points, Lyon has 54 points, Rennes has 53 points, Marseille has 52 points, AS Monaco has 50 points. All those guys have to compete for the Champions League, who goes to the Europa and who doesn't actually go out with anything. As we speak, Monaco is the one actually living with nothing because it's the 7th. But Marseille, Rennes, Lyon, Lille are all going to play some kind of European football based off of their positions right now. So I'm going to be seeing this battle. It's quite an amazing battle, like really amazing, because now it's every game is a final now. They are playing for the stakes in the French League. That is what I can tell you. That's what I can tell you. And then when you look at the relegation battle, I think it's done. I really do think it's done, because Metz has what, 15 points? Really? Really? 15 points? The battle could be between Nantes and Auxerre. Now, Auxerre even if they fail to qualify, whoever finishes 16th plays a playoff with someone from the lower league, so they can actually stay, even though they are about to get relegated. But why I'm saying Nantes has no chance. I think Nantes has a chance. Nantes is 17th, Auxerre is 16th. But I think Auxerre is the one going, and Nantes is going to stay. Why do I think so? When you look at the Nantes next fixtures, you have they face Rennes, they face Marseille, they face Lens, they face Toulouse. Now, Nantes has a problem here. They are facing Rennes and Marseille. Both of these guys are in the other battle I've just talked about. Champions League, Europa, who gets what, blah, blah, blah. They are there. So that's quite an interesting. And these ones are also fighting relegations, and they are facing 2 of these top guys, right? That's Nantes. When you look at Auxerre, and we look at their next matches, they have Lyon, they have Angers, they have Nice, they have Lille, right? Lyon, Angers, Nice, Lille. These ones also have an issue here. Lille and Lyon are part of these guys up here that I've talked about also. The guys fighting for Champions League, who takes what and do it. So it's going to be interesting. I just feel like Auxerre is, because it's new, I just feel like they may mess up. But then it's sad when you have these guys as one of your final matches and you're fighting for relegation, but at the same time, these guys are also fighting for survival and who goes to the Champions League, and these are big money leagues. So expect these teams to come in very seriously and, go for it. So that's going to be quite interesting for the French league. And when we go to the Serie A, now Serie A, let me be real with you. I think the Serie A is done. I really think the Serie A is done. Why? Inter Milan is leading. People be joking. You people be joking, eh? You talk about the farmers' leagues and all that crap. Inter Milan is leading this league. 77, 78 points. The next guy, who's Milan, AC Milan, has 66 points. That's insane, man. That's insane. That's like 12 points. That's insane. And Inter Milan is it's a better team. I'll give them that for sure. It's quite a better team. 33 games played. That means we have what? 5 games to go, 12 points. Uh, Inter Milan need like one win. So if they win on the weekend, mathematically, they will just take the league. They'll take the league. So we can't spend a lot of time there. But we can look at the Champions League. You get? We can look at the Champions League, where it's done, most of it, because you look at Milan, 66 points, Napoli, 66 points, Juventus, 63 points, and then Como has 58 points. You see the difference. Como is the fifth, and they take 4 teams to the Champions League. So, yeah, I think it's done. I think it's done. I don't think there's anything, unless Juventus. The only person here that's capable of bottling anything is Juventus. But I think that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. When you look at the relegation, Pisa, gone, no hope. Verona, gone, no hope. Both have 18 points. Lecce and Cremonese. Now this is amazing. Why? When you look at the fixtures of Lecce, the remaining 5, they have Juventus, they have Verona, they have Pisa, they have Lecce, and they have Genoa. Only one team is big. They have Juventus. But remember, they are facing Pisa. They are facing Pisa. Pisa is one of those teams that have just declared gone. Verona, which is also gone in simple terms, they are facing two of their opponents are the guys below them who are already gone. So that's a good thing when you're fighting for relegation. You want to get out of that spot. The problem I see here is the guy above Lecce is called Cremonese. Now Cremonese has an issue, a very big issue. In their next 5 games, when I look here, in their next 5 games, they have Napoli, they have Lazio, they have Pisa, which is good because Pisa is going down. They have Udinese, that's a fair game. But they have Como. So 3 games, Lazio, Napoli, and Como. These are bigger teams than them. Remember, these guys have been struggling, and these are bigger teams than them. So even though they are in a higher position, than Lecce, but they have the same points, it's just goal difference, but they have a more unfair fixture. So don't be surprised if Lecce actually survive and Cremonese go. So that's the interesting part in the Italian league. And the Bundesliga title has already been won. Everyone knows Bayern Munich has won. The Bayern Munich has won the league. Let's be real with these things. The amazing thing about the German league, it's like from the 3rd to the 6th, you have 7 points separating these guys, because you have Leipzig at 59 points, you have Stuttgart at 56 points, you have Hoffenheim at 54 points, you have Leverkusen at 52 points, and yeah, that's the 6th. And the 7th is like far. Freiburg is like at 43 or something. So you have, but the second, Dortmund has already secured its place. But these others, they still have to fight for Champions League. Like from Leverkusen, Hoffenheim, Stuttgart, Leipzig, they still have to fight for Champions League. So the battle in Germany is more now about just the Champions League. So we don't have a lot in there besides that battle, which we shall keep an eye on, obviously, as we should. And the next league is the Portugal league, the Liga de Portugal, or whatever they call it. Now the Portuguese league, Mourinho is unbeaten, Benfica is unbeaten, right? But they have a lot of draws. That's the first problem. And they are like 8 points away. Because now Porto has 79 points, but then Benfica has 72 points, right? That's 7 points, right? Yeah, that's 7 points. Benfica has 72 points. It's unbeaten, but it has 72 points. And the guy behind them, Sporting, has 71 points, something like that. So Mourinho has for Mourinho to win the league, Porto has to do some serious bottling. You know that Arsenal type of bottling, that's what they have to do for Mourinho to win the league, which I don't think is going to happen. But I guess it's a league worth mentioning because, for one, there's Mourinho. Obviously, he's Jose Mourinho. And then also we have the Netherlands Eredivisie. Now in Netherlands, the league is over, right? It's crazy. Like it's crazy. PSV won the league. Actually, let me rephrase it. In 30 games, PSV has 74 points, and the next guy is Feyenoord with 55 points. That's almost 20 points. That's like almost 20 points away from whoever is next to you. It's next level unseriousness from Feyenoord. But yeah, the league is there, and they have competition like from Feyenoord, because Feyenoord has 55 points, right? And his NEC or NEC, whatever, has 54 points. 20 has 53 points, and then there's Ajax that has 51 points. So there's quite of a competition within them because they don't have 4 Champions League spots. They have like 2, and then I think 1 is for qualifications. So these guys from the second, third, fourth, and fifth, they have to fight for those remaining 2 spots, right? And there's that kind of competition also, which I expect is going to be fun in the next 4 games. And then there's the Saudi Pro League, Cristiano fans. Al Nassr is like 2 wins away from being announced also. Mathematically, I'll check myself and see, but it's like mathematically around 2 wins to go so that they can, be announced champions. It's that's basically how the top leagues are doing. And yeah, we shall keep about it on our Telegram channels and all that. We shall discuss all these things and we shall continue putting all that in our strategies. I like looking at the news and seeing how things are happening. It helps me plan for our business, right? For our business that we do. It helps us plan for our strategies and all those things, right? And yeah. Problem Child on Telegram, Problem Space Child, and 07 plus 256 759 96 20 31. That's our WhatsApp, right? Yeah, you can always check us out. You can see how we do what we do. Today is a Thursday. I don't have any strategy business to do. Maybe that's why I have enough time to record this long weird ass video. But yeah, this is too long. This episode has been too long. I think it's been like 20 minutes. It's too long. I hope we don't go beyond that, but we shall try to edit out the extra parts. Good afternoon. Thank you for watching another episode of Unserious Football. Catch you on the next one.